Hey, what's up? Today I'm just going to be talking about my kind of newish phone. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, but oh, um, yeah, it's iPhone 16e, one camera. I kind of like the look of it. Hardware is nice, like as Apple, hardware is. Um, to me, I think it's kind of surprising to daily drive on on a non-Android phone because growing up I was sort of that kind of build your own PC guy, that kind of, you know, blah, 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 hate on Apple, stuff like that. Um, so it's kind of pretty, pretty surprising to eventually be on iOS, even though it's kind of like I didn't pick this phone. So, first a little bit of history of what my phones were. My first phone was an Android, and it was 6 years ago, 2020. Pretty much Androids all the way. Never any new devices though. Um, I was on an S9 for 4 years before this one, and I did have an iPhone X though, but I was kind of running that as like a two phone setup. Like I'll switch it in for this week. I'll use this phone, and then do the other phone, or I just carry two phones. Um, so it's not my first sort of dabble into the Apple ecosystem, but it is kind of like my first newish phone. It's a 16e. It's not like the brand new because like the 70e just rolled out. But yeah, not the most critically well received on release because the price point isn't that cheaper than the base model, and also there's no MagSafe. There's only 128 gigabytes of issue. So I again I didn't choose this phone. My mom pays for my cell phone bill, and it's on like a plan where she gets phones, I guess. So I let her pick, and she gave me the 16e, which I'm not so upset with. Let me just take a drink of water. So, MagSafe is not an issue for me because I've never used MagSafe. I don't have any MagSafe devices. I think it'd be kind of cool to check it out sometimes, but I'm honestly not so upset. The 128 gigabytes is kind of a non-issue, I guess. I'm not necessarily worried about maxing that out. On my other phone, I did have it kind of high, even maxed out with because I even with the expandable storage on my other phone. With the micro SD card, this doesn't have a micro SD slot, but it's kind of whatever. Because like though I'm not a photo taker, I'm not necessarily one to want to hoard photos anyways. Like I don't take a lot of photos. I'm not a big camera guy, right now at least. So the things that would store on my phone would gonna be downloading manga, which I'm not gonna be downloading manga, and also downloading a lot of music on Spotify, and hopefully I'm not gonna download a lot of music on here. So I'm not gonna have manga on here because I have a dedicated reader now. I have a dedicated e-reader now. I do have Tachi Manga downloaded, which is kind of like a fork. I only have two entries here though. I use it only dedicated for like Korean stuff or manhwa, because it's kind of built for that scrolling format. Um, so I'm not going to be downloading a lot of stuff for that. And also music, I now have a Echo Snow Sky Mini, a Snow Sky Echo Mini. Yeah, my bad. Which for music, so the only kind of things I'm downloaded is maybe some backup music and also podcasts. So I'm not super worried about running out of storage really quickly. I guess to cut back on that, like iOS, it's a phone. I don't I try not to use my phone too much, but it's pretty much the exact same as any other phone. And I think nowadays it's kind of, that's why I kind of didn't care what phone I got, because like no matter what, I'm gonna be using it to call, use it for stuff like, normal stuff, and just like communicating with people, and it's not really too big of a deal. There are some big differences, like Touch and Manga is the Android, I mean the Apple version of, Tachiyomi. So I can't have a lot of the Android stuff because of I can't sideload. I think, or there are ways to sideload, but it's not built for iOS. Um, this thing is blinking. I don't even know what this sensor is, but I don't even notice that. But so that's kind of one issue. Because Touch and Manga kind of, it's not great because there's a premium. So like there are ads in here, which is kind of annoying because even if you download stuff, when I open the app, they'll like show ads, so that kind of uses data, and I'm not one of the people with unlimited data, so I kind of don't want to see ads on data. So I have to turn off my data to read my downloaded stuff. Another kind of thing is that you can't actually download all your chapters at once. Like you can't do mass downloads because it caps, or you can't do mass downloads for free. You have to watch ads to allow you to do max. It's like 5 downloads per day or something. So having it capped is kind of really weird. Another uh kind of issue is I don't think you can do launchers. I think I have seen some minimalistic launchers and stuff, but I'm not aware of any launchers that I have. I don't think, like, does it have my launcher that I like? Let me see. I'm gonna do a little search. AI launcher. No, it doesn't have my launcher, but I guess that's fine. It's just on my old phone I used AI launcher, and it was really nice because I didn't have to actually look at all the app stuff. So it's whatever. Um, USB-C, so that was kind of convenient because I don't have to get new cables. That's kind of um, again, one of the perks, I guess, for owning an Apple phone is actually using the camera, because the camera is better, I guess. Well, not better than every phone, but like it's a very good camera, and for video too, especially. So I can actually, if I wanted to, I could actually use it for as like a on OBS, maybe as like a secondary camera, which is cool. Like, oh yeah, check out that text. Bam. Whoa, this is my setup. Yeah. So that I guess can be kind of cool. I could do that on Android as well, but having a nicer, up to date modern phone do that is kind of cool. That's kind of it. It's a phone. It's not necessarily. I'm not gonna complain. I enjoy having a modern piece of hardware, and also Apple Wallet is pretty cool. I don't think I liked, or I never got the integration or used the Apple Wallet on my other phone super well, or a lot. But this phone, I use it more, so that's cool. Yeah, no other complaints, I guess. Like you could say like, oh, whatever, 60 hertz, blah blah blah. I don't know. I think maybe the screen is a bit wide compared to my other phones, so I liked it to be thinner and smaller. But it's okay. It's okay. It exists, and I use it, and the battery life is a lot better than my old phone. Yeah, it is. It's like, obviously nowadays you get the 617E because the 17E is same price and way better. That's it. for the video. It's a tool and I use it. See you guys.